moderator for my session, so we can just directly go through the presentation. Okay. First of all, my name is Ibnu Huda, and I'm a researcher at BRIN. And now I will give you some brief explanation about the technical detail about, maybe the HPC and a basic introduction about Python. Maybe for you who are already understand really well Python, it will be quite boring, but just please be patient. And then since it is the last lecture of this session, this day, so you will be quite happy maybe. So I hope you don't feel sleep during my my lecture. Okay, so I just share screen now. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you. So I go to slideshow mode. Okay, so this slides is I just put some names in here. From some of them are tutors, and then we together install several modules in the HPC for you, for the reason that you can use HPC quite easily. So you can use directly the HPC. And of course, if you are still interested for installing the module in HPC, it is really warm welcome. Okay, so I will just going to the next slide. First, I will give a brief introduction about the Python. So what is Python? Maybe the lecture from this morning, Dr. Hakim, or maybe Dr. Rifki already told you several times about this software. Not software, the programming language, sorry. So Python is a high-level programming language, which means you can use it quite easily. I mean, compared to the low-level programming language, of course. And then it is open source, mean free, so you can download it for free. And then it is a lot of there's a lot of tutorial give in the website for Python. So you just try to Google it and write Python tutorial, and there's a lot of tutorial. You can just surfing to a lot of page and read it one by one, and after that you can have a good background of what is Python and how to use it. The website itself is given in here. So in this website, there is a lot of explanation about Python. And there's also a section for the Python installation. So if you, normally in the restaurant computer, maybe if you use Windows or Linux or maybe Mac OS, there is a Python already installed in your system. So you don't need to download it. But if you want to download, I don't know, maybe another version of Python, for example, you can just go to this website and see the download section. Okay, why we use Python actually? Because now Python is quite popular among programmers, right? And then also popular to the among the scientists, particularly astronomer. If you googling the astronomy software, you can see a lot of astronomers use Python as a base of their software. So it is really helpful if you understand Python quite well, in my opinion. Yeah, of course, there's also software which use another language, but yeah, now for the recent software, Python is the chosen one normally. Okay, so for the installation, as I told you before, you can go to this website. There is a download section, and you can just download it and then install it in your computer. And yeah, it's already included normally in the recent version of Windows if you use Windows, or yeah, Ubuntu or another Linux OS, and then the Mac OS. For the Ubuntu, it's just the example. You can just write this line in your terminal. It depends on the version. If it's 3.9, for example, just Python 3.9 and so on. So by doing this, the computer will install the Python, and you can use Python in your terminal in Ubuntu. Okay, so it should be noted that in Python there is two kind of, I don't know, version. We can call it version. There is the version 2 and version 3, and it depends on the program that you will to use, because some program use Python 2, but another program use Python 3. Before in astronomy, there's a lot of person use Python 2, but in another branch of science, there's a lot of person use Python 3. But now I think we can, yeah, astronomer also use Python 3. If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, so for Python, we can use not only in the terminal mode. Yeah, we can also use it in more interactive, like the question before in the Dr. Rifki's session about Jupyter Notebook. Yeah, this tool is used to make Python more interactive. I mean, normally in the terminal, if you just doing plot, for example, this plot will not show you directly. You need to, I don't know, open the result of the plot and then see the picture. Normally in terminal is like that. But in Jupyter Notebook, if you just run directly, you can see the plot, and then you can add the comments of your code, etc. So yeah, it's more interactive. And it is not just Jupyter Notebook. You can use another tools like PyCharm or Python Win. But as far as I know, the Anaconda is the most popular one for Python. Maybe if you have already Python background, you already know it quite well. Okay, so maybe I will try to run Python and give you an example. Here I use Windows. Maybe several person in here use Windows in their computer, so it will be quite easier for us to explain to you. So in Windows, there is Python directly in the PowerShell. Here I use PowerShell, but you can also use command prompt. It's similar. In Windows, normally there's already Python. but now maybe it is better for me to use Ubuntu. So here, if you use Windows, you can use Python directly in your Windows PowerShell, or you can install it Python first. There is an explanation in the internet how to install Python in Windows. Call it WSL, the Windows, something like that. Okay, so now I'm in Ubuntu, and then okay, now I'm in the Linux directory. It is just the name of directory. I name it like that. Okay, if you want to run Python, just declare Python, and there is a bunch of Python installed in my computer. For example, I want to run Python 3. Okay, just enter it, and voila, you are in the Python mode. So if there is something like that, it means that you are in Python mode. Okay. So for example, if you want to try to make Python like a calculator, that means if you just type the addition, 3 plus 2, it's equal 5. So yeah, we can use Python like calculator, but it's, of course, it's more powerful than that. You can use a lot of things. Okay, that's just a brief example how we use Python. Of course, we can also run code in Python. I mean, we can create a script in Python. I will just explain to you later. So you see, it's similar like before. It's 3 plus 2 equal 5. Okay, to exit the Python, just Control plus D. See, we come back to the Linux, to the our previous directory. We can also run script of Python script, which means we can create file with a bunch of Python, I don't know, bunch of operation, bunch of line that containing Python operation, and we can run it directly by using Python also. So for example, here there is test.py. What is the name of? So what is in here? I tried to, maybe it's not so clear for you. Yeah, I tried to use Python to calculate the power, 3 power 4, something like that. And if you want to run it by using Python, you can just type like this one, Python version 3 or version 2. And enter, and there will be give you an answer. Okay, maybe I will just make it like that so you can see more clearly. Okay, I hope you can see. It's become smaller now. Okay, but anyway, this is the code. Okay, this is the code. It's better like this one. So it's we try to print the result of 4 power of 3, and yeah, with 2 methods. Yeah, it should be have the same result, but you see the comment is quite different, but it gives us the same result. See, 64. It's just the example how we can run Python or Python script in the terminal. It's the same if you use Windows or use Mac OS. Okay, so next, it's just a brief introduction of Python. So if you're already familiar with it, I think, yeah, you can say it's like just reminding you about the Python, basic Python. So next, we will talk about the module. What is module? It's quite similar with the explanation of Dr. Rifki, but Dr. Rifki used term module for the HPC, right? Here, the module means file containing Python definition and statements. So it's particularly for Python. So we can call module, or we can call it library, something like that. It's similar. We can call module in Python by using import. So import space module, name of module. For example, there is a NumPy module. You can just or rebound module, like Dr. Rifki told you earlier. You can just import space rebound, something like that. We can just see here in Python 3, we use Python and import module, for example, rebound, similar. Yeah, you can see rebound package is already applied to your program. So you can use a bunch of code in rebound by call it from the rebound module. Okay, so in Python, you can create module by yourself or install the available Python module into your Python. So you can create the module if you want, but yeah, there is a lot of available module in Python. To install the module, first you need to install the PIP or pip, or you can also install Conda. It is similar. To install module, just pip space install space name of module. And to install module using Conda, just Conda space install space name of module. Okay. For the Python module, there's a lot of modules, but there is a basic one which is necessary to install this module in your Python, because you will need it a lot of time. Like, for example, NumPy, it's a module for mathematical function. And if you are willing to working with array, you need to install NumPy in Python. And there's also matplotlib. Matplotlib is for doing plot. If you want to make a graphic, but your result, you need to install matplotlib first. And then there's also SciPy. SciPy is quite more advanced. it can solve scientific and mathematical problems. It's the extension of NumPy module actually. And AstroPy, it's also a basic module for astronomy. So if you are astronomer and you want to use Python, it is better if you install AstroPy also. Okay, so it's the basic module. Okay, so next I will go to another, maybe more important part of this presentation. So after I explained about the basic of Python module and the Python itself. Now I will tell you several module and software that we need in this workshop. So there is a Python module like Muse. Muse is a module for astronomical purposes. There is a lot of astronomical phenomena can be modeled by Muse. And also Rebound. Rebound is, maybe you already hear it from previous lecture. There's also Pototils. It's also a Python module for doing photometry analysis. And then there's also TARDIS, MS H, and IPy. So this module, you need to install this module in your own computer. Or if you're willing to use HPC, there is also some modules. Some modules, not all modules, because we are still not finished to install all modules in HPC. And besides the Python program, we also need to install another programming language. I don't know that this is based, as far as I know, it's not Python, right? So you need to install these two software, Dastisage and MESA. Dastisage is for extragalactic purpose, and MESA is for stellar evolution. Okay, so all of this software will be explained during this workshop. And some software like Rebound, Pototils, JMSH, VPy, Dastisage, and MESA will use in the hands-on session. So it is better if you have all of this software in your computer. You can try to install it by yourself, but if you have a problem during installation, you can contact me or contact your tutors to give you an explanation about the solution. So again, you can use your own computer or HPC BRIN, or maybe both if you are really curious about how to use HPC BRIN. You can first use your own computer to run the hands-on job. After that, you change it to HPC, you implement it to HPC BRIN and show how does it work. Okay, so how to use HPC BRIN for this workshop? Dr. Rifki already told you about the introduction of it. And now you can try to log into HPC BRIN. This is, maybe I will stop share and copy it. And not stop share, yes, in chat. Okay. Yeah, I will share the slides here after my lecture. Oh yeah, this is a question of Subham. Okay, not question. Yes, I will share it. Okay, you can try to connect to HPC by using this command line. So here you can choose 1, 2, 3 until 6. depends on your group, right? Because as far as I know, tutors are already divide you into 6 group, right? Or 8. I don't remember. Sorry. So is the participant divided into 8 or 6 group? The tutors maybe, but yeah, okay, whatever. But if it is 7, okay. So if I have until 8 account, but maybe it is better if you use same account for all of the session of during this workshop, because if you just going to one account and another, it will be bother another group. So just make sure that your group use one account. I think it's already sent by tutors what ID for your group. If you are group 1, just use workshop 1. If you are group 2, use workshop 2, etc., etc. And this is the password. It's case sensitive, so you need to write exactly like this one. Okay, so you can try now, and if you have a problem, just ask me directly. I will try to solve it. You need to write it in your terminal. Yeah, in Mac or in, for example, I use it in Linux. We need to choose. I choose workshop 1 here, and I write the password. Voila. You're going to the Mahamero HPC. So you're already in the login mode. And after that, it's similar like the explanation of Dr. Rifki. Okay. If you are using Windows, it's also possible. Here, now I'm in the Windows section, not in Ubuntu. We can also use similar things. Login.hpc ID, and there's a password. Voila. You can also go to HPC from your Windows, not really need to use Ubuntu or Linux. But you can also use it in Mac. It's similar, and we don't need password for. Sorry, we just for these things. You need to put password. You need to insert password for login to HPC. It's quite different, like the explanation of Dr. Rifki. Dr. Rifki, it's for regular account, but your account is quite special. So we make a password for it. We make a password for you to log into the HPC. Okay. So you can try by yourself now and see if there is a problem cure. Is there a question up to now? I will maybe stop share first. Is there a question? I'm sorry if it's quite boring. I hope it's not boring. But yes, feel free if you have a question regarding the technical briefing. I will share the slides after this. Yeah. Again, maybe it's better to see you. It works. Can just put this one in Windows PowerShell or in terminal in Ubuntu or terminal in Mac. So everybody have done login to HPC. Is there a problem? Okay. Okay, so I think it's quite easy, right? To log into HPC, and you can just surfing or how, yeah, you can just try by yourself how to use HPC. It is really really fun, you know. Okay, so if everybody already log into HPC BRIN, next, I think Dr. Rifki already explained about it. You need to call module. We'll put it in slideshow. Okay, you need to call module in the login mode. There is several useful command like help, module help. If you want to know what kind of command for this module part, you can load the module by using module space load space module name. And for unload the module, just use this one. To see available module, just use this one. And to see what kind of module you already call, you can use module list. If you want to see the description of the HPC, how to use it, you can use manual, but it is still in Indonesian, so I know. Okay, for call Python, you need to load module of Anaconda. So there is a lot of Anaconda module. I'll try to. Here I will use workshop 1, but you can also use workshop 1. You can log in simultaneously. There's no problem. It's fine. Okay. Okay, already login. And then we can try to load module. First, you can see what module installed in this HPC, and you can load module by using this one. In this example, I will load Anaconda 3 2021. Okay, well, it's already. And if you want to know what module already load, you can just use module list. And you see there's an Anaconda module in here. Okay, so you cannot see the terminal. Okay, sorry. Maybe I will share like this one. Can you see it right now? Okay. Sorry. So for the module, yeah, it's already explained by Dr. Rifki. You can use load to load module, and to see what module you already load, you can use module list. Okay, now for our workshop, we already create a SH file named astronomy.sh file. If you see the astronomy.sh file, there's a bunch of module in here. There's Anaconda, GCC, OpenMP, CMake, Plus, FTV, etc., etc. So this module normally will be used for this workshop. So you don't need to call one by one. Just run astronomy, just like this one. Okay, and it's already completely call all of the module list in astronomy.sh. If you see like this, you see there's a bunch of module in here. Of course, if you want to add another module, you can do module load, something like this, and write the name of the module again. And it will be added to your module list. Okay. I will go back to the presentation again. Yeah, it's already explained by Dr. Rifki. Okay, so it's the important one. For our workshop, we already work to install several modules in the HPC, because sometimes in HPC we need to install the software or module manually. It will take quite a long time. It depends on the software, but for this software, we already installed it in the HPC. So you can call rebound, phototilt, CMS, Wi-Fi, test usage. And then for the virtual environment, we already create using Conda. This is the name of virtual environment, astronomy and P. So if you use this one, Conda activate astronomy and P, there is a bunch of module or library that already installed in the local directory by using this environment. So if you want to use this environment, astronomy and V, you can use this one, Conda activate astronomy and V. But since it's already installed, Ribbon, Phototils, etc., for this module and software, you don't need to run Conda activate astronomy environment. But if you want to, I don't know, download another module, you can just activate first and download the Python module, not the module of the HPC. You can activate and download it so that the module will be installed in astronomy environment. It will be, I think, more proper to doing this one if you use HPC. Yeah, it's already installed, Subham. So you can just use it. But first, you need to run this one, .astronomy, .space astronomy, .sh. Because these modules or these softwares need several dependency, and you need to run this one first before you use this model. Okay. Okay, so for example, here we'll go back to this workshop one again. And you see here, there is astronomy.sh, as I already explained to you. There's also Dusty Sage. This Dusty Sage is used for the lecture about extragalactic. Yeah, we will explain to you later, but you can use Dusty Sage now in the HPC BRIN. Okay. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, of course. If it's recorded, you can just send to the participant or the committee. Yeah. But you can just maybe read the slides that I will give you. I think it's already given, right, by the committee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or you can ask your tutor for help. So I'm sorry if my explanation is not, yeah, it's quite fuzzy. Okay, so that's all, I think. Is there any question? Okay, if not, oh yeah, of course, you can use either VS Code or Google Colabs, for example. Yeah, it's up to you. The most important one, you need to do the hands-on. That's all. You can use either your personal computer, Google Colabs, or etc. It's up to you. Okay. Okay. I will stop share. There is a question for Lukman Hakim. Can you talk to us maybe and share your screen?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Right. So firstly, I'm sorry because I do not have camera installed in my laptop. So do you mind if I share my screen?
Yeah, of course.
All right. All right. Before that, I'm sorry because I'm not very familiar with coding. I'm just learning coding. So based on my experience, is that my computer is lagging or?
No, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, right. So I'm stuck at here. I can't enter the password. So it keeps lagging since I can't enter the password.
Can you use SSH space workshop, and you need to choose either 1, 2, or 6. Oh, yeah, 1, 2, up to 6. Not 1. Yeah, you need to choose one.
Choose it first.
Yes.
Let's say I take 5.
Not with space.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What group are you belonging to?
I'm not mistaken, I'm group 4.
Okay, so you need to use workshop 4. Okay. You have double
The
SSH.
double.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right,
And
try to put in the password.
Not copy it, right? You need to type by yourself. It's better.
Wait. Chat.
Yeah.
And
Thank
recall
you,
back
Subham.
the password. Oh, yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Finally managed.
Yeah. Yeah. And then after that,
After so many trials. All right. Later, I
you
figure
can
out
ask
myself
us,
how
no?
to get used.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
It's
try
okay.
to.
Don't be shy to ask to your tutor.
All right.
If it is I don't know what kind of question we will
All right.
try to
Thank
answer
you.
it. Okay.
So I stopped sharing my screen. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's also the
right.
better
Thanks
one.
for the help.
Yeah.
Thanks
You're
for the help.
welcome. And there is a suggestion maybe from Subham to use SSH space min x space min x or min y. Yeah. Can you what I know?
I mean, I have worked with X. You can use X. I have worked.
Okay.
With X.
Mm.
So Y
Okay,
also
you can.
use.
Yeah.
Both you can use.
If you are using Windows, do we use the command prompt function? Yeah, you can use also command prompt. It's similar. Do you have the same problem with Lukman, Sophia?
Okay, so does this HPC have Python installed? It says there is no command called Python.
You need to load module Anaconda first.
Yeah, I have loaded it, but it's not working.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Sorry.
Can you type module space list?
Yeah. All are there.
Okay, it's already. And type
Maybe.
Python.
Type Python says command not found.
Or Python, and then you push tab. See the what kind of Python version?
Oh,
okay, it's Python 3.
Oh,
so maybe use Python 2.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
So it's because it's Anaconda /3, right? For
Yeah,
Python
I
3
get it.
normal.
Because the script you have written Python 3.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sophia, can you share your screen? Maybe we can try to help you.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm trying to share my screen. Okay, so I've tried this, but when I try to type in the password, it doesn't show anything on my screen. I'm not really sure why. Is it my computer or?
Okay, so you already press enter?
Yes. But when I try to type in the password, I can't, type anything.
Yeah. It has to be like that. So you cannot say anything. So yeah, it's quite strange actually. But I mean, in all Linux computer, or I think it's in Windows the same. So if you type password in there, yeah, we cannot see the password. So
Yeah.
just try to have a feeling if it's right or not.
Okay, I guess I just have to use my computer, I guess, instead of HPC.
Yeah, if you prefer to use computer, it's okay. Yeah, the
Okay.
HPC it's just used if you want to explore more about the parallelization. Maybe I don't know if tomorrow there's a lecture about it, but if you have I don't know, a very very long integration, for example, if you have a lot of calculation, you can use HPC to make your work easier, something like that. So do we need to have Indonesian IP to connect to HPC? I think not. Everybody in this world can connect to HPC free, so you don't need to VPN to install VPN. For example, Subham already connect to HPC, right? Yeah. So if you are in the not from Indonesian region, you can still connect to HPC. Okay. Is there any question? Just try to make sure to install the software that I showed you earlier to your computer, or if you want to use HPC, it's up to you. But up to now, we still cannot install all of the software because it takes, it takes quite times to install it. But for the future, for example, if you are doing your thesis, or for the for the for the lecture for the parallelization, for example, you can use the HPC BRIN, and you can try to register to it through the BRIN website. Okay, is there another question? If not, maybe I will call Solis. Maybe do you have some message for student? Sorry, we cannot hear you. Okay, so that's all from me, and I'm sorry if my presentation not structuralized really well, but I hope you can understand quite well what I said. Okay. Okay, Solis, we cannot hear you. Maybe try to plug off your headphone. Okay. So Solis still try to log in. there any question maybe?
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Perfect. Thank you. So yes, thank you, Dr. Ibnu, for calling me out. And yeah, I've got some things to announce to the participants. And I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a second. Right. Can you my screen now? Can you see my screen?
Hands-on proofs.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you can see it.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, who's talking? Okay, all good now. Right. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sulis, one of the tutor or mentor for this IVC program. And actually, I'm just going to provide you with some brief information regarding the hands-on preparation. Particularly, I'm going to introduce some of the tutors that you'll be working on for the next, let's say, 2 weeks. Right. So first one here is that why do we use hands-on session? So on hands-on session later, you can put some of your knowledges that you got during this course or school into practice. And we do hope that you can give your full attention to the hands-on session, because later on, at the end of the course, you will be asked to present your project. So from 5 hands-ons that will be presented, you will be required to select one of the topic. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as the hands-on session, but at least the topic should be very similar. And you will need to select one of the topic, and then you will be working on group to prepare for the presentation. And on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, you will be asked to present your project. So yeah, that's the project that you will be doing. And if you are lucky enough, or if you would like to put more effort, then your project, it's also a possibility to publish your project in an actual publication. It could be a conference or even a scientific article. So yeah, just I hope you will be doing that project really well. Right. And before doing the project, then I do hope that you're following this guideline. I noticed that some of you haven't joined Slack, and one of them is Lukman, if I'm not mistaken. So Lukman, you asked something to Dr. Ibnu earlier about accessing the BRIN's HPC, and I noticed that you haven't joined Slack, right?
I already joined the Slack.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. So if you have already joined Slack, then you will be invited to your group's channel, and you can see on like the credentials, the username and the password on how to access BRIN's HPC, as mentioned by Dr. Ibnu earlier. So that's the first one. And then what's next? The next one is for the IVC group. So you can actually check your group and your number in that link, the IVC group. And in addition to that, you will also be able to see your attendance note. I mean, the committee asked you to fill in some attendance form, right? So if you fill that form correctly, then your data will be submitted to the system. So you can monitor that in real time to see if your attendance has been recorded properly or not in the sheet attendance. Right, okay. And then the next one is, please don't forget to rename your Slack name and your Zoom display name into this format. So for example, if you have like 3, for example, you can put like IVZ 03, then /nickname or something, or yeah. So please follow this rule. And the nickname is actually the one that you provided us with in the beginning of the registration process. So let's stick to that. And if you you couldn't provide us with the correct data with this, then you know it will be really hard to record your attendance later on. So please stick to the name that you have submitted to us. And if you haven't submitted any nickname yet, please let me know, or just please let the tutor know, and they will let me know, and I can make some adjustment for you. Okay, and last but not least, here are the tutors who will be working with you in the next 2 weeks. So group 1 will be working with Reski. And if you want to know how Reski looks like, so here he is. Reski, are you here? Would you mind to say hi to your team and to everyone?
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? My name is Reski. I hope you can see me. Here, right. Yeah, hey. And for group 1, I will see you in maybe near time. We can discuss on Slack. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Reski, for the brief intro. And what about Hassan? Are you here? Is Hassan here?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, please say some word and introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi. Oh, ini udah loh. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Hassan from Bandung Institute of Technology. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Okay, thank
See
you,
you
Hassan.
in Slack.
Yeah, see you in Slack. And next, Sally.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ali. I'm also the tutor for this IVC. I'm from Bandung too. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, nice to meet you too, Ali. Next is Giza. Sorry, is Giza here?
Okay, Gisang is not here.
Oh, okay. So he's not here. And what about Niza?
Hello, everyone. My name is Nisa. I'm a tutor at Group 5. And if you have any question or anything to discuss, just ask by Slack. See you in Slack.
Thank you, Nisa. Nanda?
Yes, hello, my name is Nanda and I am in charge of team 6, I think, and nice to meet you all.
Thank you, Nanda. So thank you, everyone. And last but not least, that's me. So I'm Sulis and I'm in charge for group 7. And yeah, so just let us know if you have any questions or confusion or inquiry about the school, particularly about the hands-on session. And yeah, since we are just one Slack away, feel free to Slack us at any time. But I mean, the quick response will be available like between 7 to 8 p.m. Indonesian time or Jakarta time. So you can send us any messages at any time. But the thing that we can promise you is that we will respond to your message like immediately between 7 to 8 p.m. during the hands-on session. Right, so that will be it for the introduction of the tutor team. And then let me show you something in addition to those. So I'm showing you the spreadsheet that I have shared with you earlier today. So in this spreadsheet, in the first sheet, the first one is the group sheet. You can see the list of your nickname that's recorded by the committee. If you ever see, for example, one of your friend or even yourself not listed here, please let me know so I can put you into the list. And if you haven't submitted any nickname yet, also just please let me know. You can select me or DM me, or just let your tutor know, and we will add you to this list. And then the next one is regarding the attendance monitoring. So you can actually look at this form, and you can check. For example, here we have 2 sessions, the morning session and the afternoon session. So for example, here for Bisma, as an example, since the field here is not an error, it means that Bisma's data to the attendance list has been recorded properly. And then for Habib, for example, here, since it's error or not available, so his data, if he had inputted the data, wasn't accepted by the system. So please let us know. And when you put in your nickname into the form, please make sure that the nickname matches the one in this list on column E, so that it can be recorded properly. Right. So I think that will be it from my end, unless anyone has any questions. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, is there any problem if my nickname is the same with other person? Thank you for that question. Actually, yes. In this case, do you have the same nickname as other person? Naufal? Oh, I see. I haven't provided. Okay, just let me know on Slack, and I'll provide you with the nickname, so your data can be recorded properly. And for Naufal, let me check. I think, let me check. For Naufal, oh, so your nickname is Naufal here, right? And then for Aulia, the nickname is Aulia. Do we have other Naufal in here? I don't think so. So I don't think, oh, okay. Right, so you have changed it, right? So there is not any problem, okay, for Aulia and for Naufal. For Azimukilan, I think I have added your name to the list. Let me check. Yep, you can check and your nickname is there. If it doesn't suit your need, then just let me know. Okay, Lukman Hakim, I haven't invited yet in my group at Slack. Yes, okay. Just give me a second. And sorry, which group are you in? Lukman, you're on group 4. So I'm gonna add you to group 4. Right, done. So now you're on your group. Let me know if you encounter any issues. Any more issues or questions? Problem? Okay, thank you. Then I'll take that as a no. So I think that will be it from my end. Thank you for the time, and over to you, Dr. Ibnu. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Solis, for the explanation about Slacks. and another. Okay, so now for the last thing, I have a present for you. I will share my screen first. Can you see my screen? Okay, there's an announcement. There will be a quiz. So normally quiz, if you, so there will be quiz that will be given to answer it. Okay. So I think everyone already write the announcement. I will stop share. So just pay attention to the Slack after this because there will be quiz, and if you have a question, you can directly ask the tutor, and there will be a Slack session, right? And tonight, yeah, it's tonight. There's a Slack session also. Okay, so for today, thank you very much for all of your participation for this lecture. I hope you still eager to come tomorrow and until it finish. So for my last word, maybe just try to do all of the assignment and then try to join the lecture all days, because I need to remember you that there will be a score grade for this workshop. So you need to join us until the workshop is finished. So thank you very much for today. Yeah. Do you have a question? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I want to ask a question. Based on the form that we get, that is written that there is a question from Dr. Hakim, but when I open the draft link, the deadline is 7 times 24 hours. So is it I mean, I think it's not the same as the deadline for the form itself. So can you explain it more?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So the committee, do you have an explanation for this question? Please submit. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it will be explained in Slack later. Okay. So yeah, please try to explain it to the participant in Slack, right? Okay, is there another question? Okay, if not, okay, we can take a photo maybe. So please open your camera.
Okay, please open your camera. Because this is the last photo session in the day, please give your best photo poses. Okay. Okay. Ready? All for first page. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, again for first page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next, second page. 1, 2, 3. Last for second page. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you all.
Okay, thank you, Restia. Okay, see you again tomorrow. Have a good sleep.
Thank you, doctors. Have a nice